Welcome back. Week 4, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. 4 weeks. Woo! Lots to talk about. Let's dive right in. First things first. Huge upset alert. We got an upset alert. Downfalls number 1. Number 1 has lost. The number 7 ranked Good Old Boys walked into Firemouth's barn and smacked the behinds pretty much. The number 7 Good Old Boys beat the number 1 ranked Firemouth 145 to 135. Your top scorers of this matchup, you had Jay Jefferson, 30 points. Miles Sanders, 29 points. On the other side, you had Josh Jacobs, 34 points. Josh Allen, 23 points. Huge bench pieces here. 28 points by Rashad Penny on one side, Damian Pierce with 25 on the other. The duds of this week, we had Drake London with 3 points, and then on the other side, we had Najee Harris with only 7. In Rams defense, big old donut. Moving on, almost upset alert. We almost had an upset. Number 8, Broncos Let's Ride loses to Good Christian Boys, number 3 ranked. That score is 126 to 136. You had CeeDee Lamb, your top scorer on one side, 21 points. Jared Goff. Never thought I would see the day Jared Goff would be on my top scorers list with 33 points. And Good Christian Boys remain undefeated 4-0, and the Broncos dropped to 1-3. And sorry, if we go back to the first matchup, the Good Old Boys are now 2-2, and Firemouth is now 3-1. Next up, matchup. Battle of a household here. Number 9 ranked. Oh, another upset. Sorry, upset alert. Number 9 ranked Sunnyside Up beat number 6 ranked Pup and Suds. Big 94 to 73 win. Very low scoring. That is Sarah's first win of the year. Congratulations. She's now 1-3, and Pup and Suds have now dropped to 1-3 as well. Your top scorers of this matchup, you had 22 points by Edwards-Helaire, and you had 25 points by Tom Brady on the bench, though. And then you also, on the flip side, have Russell Wilson scoring 26 points, and on the bench, you had Dobbins with 22 points. Your duds of this week, you had Tampa's defense with -1 point. You hate to see that. And Kyle Pitts, what is going on there with 3 points? And then you have Terry McLaurin, 3 points, and Jonathan Taylor, 3 points as well. Not great seeing Jonathan Taylor on your duds list. Next matchup, we have Papa Do, number 9 ranked, versus Princess Buttercup. Another upset alert. This is a huge upset week. We love to see this. Love to see it. Papa Do, number 9 ranked, number 5 said that. Papa Do now moves up 1-3, and Buttercup now falls to 2-2. And it was a score of 147 to 119. Top scorers of this was Austin Eckler, and Austin Eckler with 34 points. Cooper Kupp with 26 points. Your duds of this matchup was Javonte Williams, 3 points, and George Kittle, 4 points. And yeah, that was a huge upset. And then I had to say this was the game of the week. All of these were really, really fun to watch. I had to give this one game of the week. I think this is back-to-back for Ryan now. Catalina Wine Mixon, number 4, versus the number 2 ranked Kev's Daddy. And the win goes to Ryan's team, 128 to 121. Mark drops to 2-2. Ryan now is 3-1. Top scores of this week, we have Mike Evans with 30 points, and Williams with 23 points. Running back in Detroit, taking over for Swift. But you also had Hawkinson, 39 points on Ryan's bench, top scorer of that week, player with the most points. He does it this week. Yeah, Jalen Waddle, 5 points. and Amari Cooper with only 1 point. And that is our recap of week 4. Up next, it's what everybody's here for. But first, I gotta get a, I don't know, break time, Milky Way. Gotta get a Milky Way. God, I love Milky Ways, you know? Power rankings. Our power rankings. Let's look at ESPN's first. First, we have Kev's dad. 2, we have Good Christians. Up next, we have Firemouth. Number 4, Good Old Boys. Number 5, Buttercup. Number 6, Catalina Wine. Number 7, Papa Do. Number 8, Let's Ride. Number 9, Sunnyside. 10, Pup and Suds. That's BS. Don't like it. Here's mine. This is what everybody's been waiting for. Your power rankings. Number 1. Welcome to the top, Chris. He has moved up 2 spots. He is undefeated. He has less than 400 points against. This is the number 1 team in our league. He has the combination of skill and the most important thing you need in fantasy, luck. He is the luckiest team in the league because he has the least points against. That's all it takes. Then it shows. He's 400 points for, and he has less than 500 points against. 500 points for, which the other top teams that I'm going to name next have. Number 2, moving down 1 spot. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Sean didn't drop that far, though. Honestly, could have stayed 1, but Chris is undefeated. Had to give it to him. Barely lost. Only lost by 10. And it came down to the Monday night. The confidence was not looking good on the opposite side with the Good Old Boys. They did not feel great going into Monday night. It was a new player that they just recently acquired, and they didn't feel comfortable putting him on the spot right away like that. But he absolutely delivered. Not something Sean expected. And obviously losing like that and no longer being undefeated and having your first L shakes the confidence. So he is our number 2 team of the week. Number 3, moving on, down 1 spot, Ryan, 3-1. He's 3. Sean is 3-1. Chris is undefeated. Sean, and so yeah, we have a team that's 4-0, 3-1, and Ryan now with 3-1. Ryan had a huge win against a top 5 team, and that you know just got to feel good. It was a good, hard fought win, very high scoring, and against a good team. If those feel great all around, and he is the highest scoring team, but only by 1 point. Sean is the second highest scoring team. Ryan has the most points for with 549 points, and that just shows how great his team is. And moving on to number 4, up 3 spots. This is a huge jump, but he did pull off the biggest upset of the week, knocking down Sean and giving him the first loss of the year. We got to give it to Kevin. Showed the team can be good without Lamar scoring 40 points. I feel there is still a big separation between places 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 beyond. I think there's a big separation skill-wise, but they are one of the 3 teams in the league that have 500 points for. Chris, obviously the number 1 ranked team in the league, does not have that. So that just shows you how much potential this team has, knocking down a top team, very high scoring. And as long as the luck is there, the wins will come. Moving on, down 1 spot is Mark. He had a tough loss, but it shows he can compete with the top teams. His star wide receivers did not show up, and his key players disappearing seemed to be a theme for his team, unfortunately. I look back and I see a lot of his star players, you know, his players that he drafted around 1, 2, 3 beyond, are not showing up or not performing. But when that turns around, which will happen because there's a reason why he drafted them high, his team is still something to look out for. Up next, 6th place, down 1 spot. All these teams are 2-2. Kevin is 2-2. Mark is 2-2. Liv is 2-2. Liv, giving a team their first win in week 5 hurts. Her poor running back play has plagued this team all year, and the rest of the team has always seemed to hold strong. But the thing is, running backs are important. So how long can this last? Is this going to be a trend? Is this going to be the beginning of a trend? Who knows? Next up, number 7 ranked, up 1 spot. Controversial. This 7, 8, and 9 all could go to either of these people, but I gotta give it to Connor. Connor is up 1 spot. He is our 7th ranked team. He almost pulled the upset of the year. I think it would have been against Chris, but he came up just a little bit short. And if you paid attention and if you look, each week his team has improved score-wise, and making trades and deals. He has the most moves, I think, in the league. So as long as he keeps that up, and that is a team to look out for. Number 8, Papadou, Scott. He is up 1 spot. And again, these 7, 8, 9, I could interchange, and it would make almost no difference. Little separates the 3 teams, except Scott has the most points for and the biggest win so far of the year. He knocked down Liv. And up next, we have the number 9 ranked Sarah. Sarah, 1-3. She beat Mike. Mike's team is not great. It's struggling. It wasn't a win against, a top-ranked team, and she did it while scoring less than 100 points. So team still has a lot of potential, I think, but we'll see. What happened? Number 10, last year's champ, Mike, down 4 spots. I have to. And I did this before Jonathan Taylor was out. The first time last place ranked. Yep, this is your first time being here. Last year's champion is currently Struggle City. He had not reaching 80 points is a confidence breaker. Plus, seeing the player you traded away win a game for his new team has to, it shakes your confidence, really. Some big timely wins can change this team, but they're Struggle City right now. I don't know what else to say. The Struggle City. And that's got to do it for this week, week 4. Thank you, and I will see you same time, same place next week, week 5. Goodbye.